Yes.
So, let me send you the file over real quick. So you're going to be getting the original draft here because you haven't seen much of the cleanup. This is probably still going to be the rough draft too, just in case.
Obviously. Yeah, we're going to have at least maybe 2 more rewrites if possible.
Yeah, but this is a good little test to see what we got going on here. Obviously, we don't want to be like the Five Nights at Ferv or whatever it's called. People that just make up their story on the spot.
Five Nights at Flipper, Flabber, Jabber, Blocky, Dibble, Gobble, Ewok, Boggle, Diddle, Biddle, Fiddle, Gobble, so whatever the fuck that thing is called.
I like to call it by what everything did was it Five Nights at Feeble?
Five Nights at Feeble?
I barely even heard of Five Nights at Feeble.
No, I'm doing it in my weird voice. I never heard of Five Nights at Feebles. I don't know what the hell this is.
Five Nights at Feebles, you say?
I did not know, not Feebles, Feebles.
Meet the Feebles.
No, I did not say Feebles.
You know, maybe the musical script thing that I ended up writing, maybe that would work as how I would have made it.
Could.
And it'd be the first how I would have made it for something that at least one of us likes.
Yeah.
Because for some of the others, Lazy Town. We like Lazy
Town.
Yeah,
we both like that.
But I guess it's more of a how I would have made it of Nickelodeon's handling of it.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one was the Lorax, and judging by the fact I don't see it up here in your DVD shelves.
No, it's it. You gotta look carefully.
Okay, now that I don't see it in there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's just part of the Blu-ray thing. That's why it's like front and center.
Hey, at least it's next to Paranorman. That's a good movie.
Yeah, they both came out 2012.
Yeah.
That's why I have them both like kind of next to each other. They're like the only 2012 ones I have. I don't have anything. Well, I have Frankenweenie, but it's like buried in there somewhere with other Tim Burton movies.
I thought I saw that. Dude, I gotta tell you, Loving Too Much Iowa kind of ruined Paranorman for me.
Oh,
I remember he was obsessed with the sister for the longest time.
Yeah, he was.
One of the scariest things is that apparently if you look up the sister, like one of the first things is age. So it's like, whoa, hold up, guys.
Oh my
She's made of clay.
And
no kink shame, but no kink sing. You know?
And like think about it, there's like wire skeletons and like other materials with like fabric and stuff that's like stitched together, molded. Yeah.
Speaking of Paranorman, though, I went to Universal Studios right when that was coming out.
Yeah.
And they actually had some of the props on display.
Yeah.
But they don't have that anymore. They got rid of that little museum.
It kind of sucks, yeah.
Apparently now there's going to be a Jurassic World coaster in the Orlando one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dude, I do not like the Jurassic World stuff. I'm in the opinion that Jurassic Park stopped being good after the first one.
Yeah, Lost World is legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I thought the third one was worse, dude.
At least the third one is it has some of those unironic enjoyment values. Lost World is just infuriating, and the fact that that's the one Spielberg still directed also makes it all the more painful for me to watch because it's like, dude, you made the first one so good. How did you mess it up the second time?
Did I ever tell you my dad's Jurassic Park 3 story?
I know you told me that, the one with where he went to go see Shrek with all his work buddies.
Yeah. So for anyone watching, this will be one of the few times we address the chat because we're trying to make it seem like we don't know what's going on here. But basically, my dad worked at Microsoft for a little while because he used to live in Washington, and Shrek was coming out, and so everyone wanted to go see Shrek. But then when they got to the theater, they all changed their minds and went to see Jurassic Park 3 instead, except for my dad and 2 other guys. Everyone loved Shrek. No one loved Jurassic Park 3.
Okay. The mountainside check. Okay, so I'm going to be working on the panels right now.
All right, panels, good call. I'll be getting some new stuff. I actually kind of forget where we left off in the script.
We were on Angry Man... No, an angry Armin is picking his money up. That's like where we left off when I was reading it for the first time.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's been about a month.
Yeah. Has it?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, the last time this script was edited was January 17th.
Fuck.
So, 'Almost exactly a month from today.
Huh, okay. 'Cause, 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 And also just updates on Parisian. I'm writing that as I speak too. It's a different format. What you have for Armin, where that one's like more just like each panel description. This one's like a movie script.
Okay.
Because again, I want to make it like a serial where I just have like one portion of the story released like per month or so.
I was thinking maybe that could be a good way for Dorland to be brought to life. Because I was thinking, the visual novel thing, we got to just focus on programming, and I don't really care for that.
But and I think if the Parisia thing works with that structure, we'll definitely do that for Dorland. I think that'll fit best. Plus, it's been 2 years. Not many people have really seen the Dorland characters in their purest overbite form. So
yeah, I really don't like the fact we had to stop. It just became really inconvenient, and with the minimal traction it was getting, it was. I don't want to say it wasn't worth it. It was just very difficult,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So panel 1. That's like the full page shot, just of the mountain shack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to.
I can't decide whether Boundary County is a cool name or not, because I know it's real and it's from the Canadian boundary, but I don't know if I like it or not. It's not as cool as Talladega County, Alabama, or Oglala Lagota County, South Dakota. But he's an Idaho man. He's got to be. It fits with the story. Plus, Idaho doesn't get a lot of representation, with California, New York, Illinois.
Yeah, it'd be easy just to have the setting be oh, he's in New York and he's off on the shore, but he makes a wrong turn in Greenland, but it's not Greenland. Oh, it's the name pending land. Ooh, or he's in California. He's going in the Yukon Trail, but he doesn't go to the Canada. He goes to the other side near Russia, but it ain't Russia. It's the net. Yeah, you see, it's stupid, right?
Yeah, I'd much rather him take place in Vermont. Although we already have something in Vermont, there's just there's a lot of cool stuff in Vermont. There's also a lot of cool stuff in Alabama, as the chat says here. I totally agree. I love Alabama. Rich family takes place there. Our state, I think we just have Clarence. I think that's all that takes place.
And there's that Crazy Cat comic strip that you brought up as well.
Oh yeah, in Coconino. I actually was in Coconino County a few days ago.
Oh really? That's funny coincidence.
So many hippies up there, dude.
Damn.
I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I didn't know there were that many, but I've seen so many people in tie-dye shirts up there. Yeah. We covered recently the Looney Tunes one. Actually, that was our most recent video.
Yeah.
Turns out Crazy Cat had that treatment too. The Popeye Famous Studio stuff.
Okay.
So let me check and see the full list. I know Beetle Bailey and Crazy Cat got sold to this. It might have even been Famous Studios, but basically they made these really slow, drawn out, not very faithful cartoons based on the comic strips, and everyone hated it. Everyone hated it.
Okay, so I got the first thumbnail panel done. This is just the first shot right here.
Oh, I like that.
And that's the sunrise too.
Kind of
just give a glow.
In a good way, of course. It kind of reminds me of the Hagrid's hut kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for.
It almost looks like it's falling apart.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, because I wanted to see that. Obviously, it's gonna have a weird stylistic look in the in the name pending land, but I also still want to make sure that even though there's obviously more of a quote realism with the character designs, I still want it to be very jagged looking.
Yeah.
So that obviously and it's especially in Armin's house, it's just kind of it really is just he's really on his last dying legs. He's getting on the tail and he's just barely ready to move out and start anew with those $1 million.
Yeah, because I kind of like to think he's been in that place for so long, kind of maybe like the McCormicks in South Park. They just kind of built their house on a whim, when they were young.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of done the same for that, and he's intentionally not paying for repairs until he gets his $1 million.
Yeah.
Just because he's that cheap.
Yes.
Was it the Mr. Krabs song? I'd gladly give up anything for all the money that I've earned.
Oh my God.
Dude, yeah. So, was the last SpongeBob one we did, was that the Sponge Who Could Fly?
I think it might have been I Had an Accident.
I Had an Accident or Sponge Who Could Fly.
It was either one of those.
So that Midlife Crustacean are the only 3 I think we've made. Is that right?
Probably. I don't know.
So, real quick, taking a deviation from some of the stuff, I have a decent sized list of the oral content I want to make at some point. Obviously, we don't want to oversaturate the channel with it, because even though we are kind of the de facto oral channel, or Oralsville, as I call us, or Oralopolis, I don't want to do too much and end up being like a VeggieTales thing where it just destroys the channel. But in general, over the next few years, I want to run these ideas by you, and can you let me know what you think?
Yeah.
All right. First off, we already confirmed this one. God's Chef, the most disliked moral oral one. Yep. Reverend Putty, I think, is going to be the next character we cover, because everyone loves Reverend Putty. We got to keep doing more of that. I'm seeing Joe, Nurse Bendy, Florence, Coach Stop Frame, and Miss Censored All, I think, are the ones, like, for characters we should do.
Yes, character quests. And
then maybe a very, very soft maybe on, what was her name? The girl with all the piercings. Stephanie.
Yes.
The only reason I'm saying kind of a soft maybe on her is because by Reverend Putty, I think we will have already discussed everything.
Yeah.
Although, actually, one of them I think we should do is Creepler, because of just how awful he was. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Why Season 1 is important. I want to do each episode individually, except for the ones we've already covered. At some point, it'd be nice to interview someone who's a part of the show. And I was going to originally do a ranking video of them, but I think after we review each episode, kind of do an IHE search for the worst thing, and at the end go like, all right, this is here on the list right here. We'll add this here. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so those are the ones... No, there's one more. The content we didn't get. All the episodes that never came to be. And this is excluding our adaptation of Narcissism we're going to do.
Yes.
Of course, we got to look for our cast for that. And actually, Patreon's come in very handy for that, because now we can actually pay our actors. Okay, so what are we at now? You know, Looney Tunes has almost hit 1,000 now.
God damn. It's good. Real good.
Yeah, Leo has just hit 350.
Wow, that's some success.
It's got half the views that Gorga does. I still can't believe Gorga did better than Disaster Artist.
I guess it's because we've really, just kept that mystery of Gorga just so apparent. I guess they're, the few that were actually wondering what the hell that was, stuck around.
And looks like We Get Hate's getting a lot of buzz.
Yep.
There was a comment someone left that I really liked. It was, and I thought Portal 2's multiplayer was the biggest test of friendship. They're not wrong. We Get Hate that was painful. Although, a little bit of a fun thing for those watching, we actually changed our minds for what we were going to do for Week of Hate. We originally had 2 different things picked out.
Yeah.
For my choice, I chose Saw. Or no, not Saw. Scar.
No, it wasn't Saw.
It was Scar. This really bad direct-to-DVR, basically, 3D horror movie that... Does it still have a 0?
Yeah.
All right, it has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. And you picked Stewie Griffin, right?
Yeah,
Untold
Stewie
Story?
Griffin.
Someone wants to know, will we do character quest videos on video game characters? We have in the past, and they've done very poorly, so probably not again.
Sorry.
The only one we're thinking of is a guy named Larry, but there's a lot of Larrys, so we're just going to leave it at that. But every time, except for 2, that we made a video game video, they never do well. So we kind of considered it a lost cause at this point. Whacked seems to be the only consistent one that does well.
It's because like not many people really talk about it, I guess. But even then, like no one's talked about Pikmin, but that didn't do well.
Yeah, no. We got Arlo, but that's it. Conquer, both times didn't do very well either. Well, I guess actually there is one video game one, Leon Kuwata, that's going to be coming any week now. It's scheduled for late February, but it might be pushed to early March instead. Partially because of time constraints and also partially because we've done a lot of character quests this year, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's February and we already had 4. Now I'm going through the script here and I'm trying to remember where I was going to go from this. Because like obviously we know the story beats. I'm just trying to remember, all right, what was going to happen after this? What's this going to be? So, like a couple days ago, when we were going through that Vermont lot, there was a couple videos you wanted to revisit, wasn't it? Just kind of talk about some of the stuff we've already done.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we wanted to go back to the podcast. It just didn't really work out because no one watches those. Oh, Word Girl's officially our second most viewed video. It surpassed both Ren and Stimpy's.
Damn. All the glorious meme culture. How well it can benefit channels at the most odd but convenient times.
Right?
I want to see some of the chat. Also, here's a little bit more for the morning routine. Just going out of bed, you just see him like ah. And he's like, and I'm thinking toaster waffles.
Yes.
He'd be eating, and then obviously like puts on the coat, and then he turns off the radio. Then we have that close up, and the word bubble's gonna be here with like the first shot of like I think thinking like they both side to side here. You have text, he sees close up in that. Then you have the space where he's saying so close, so very close.
I like it.
He's looking at that kind of dramatic shot.
I like the look on his face too.
Yeah, like he's actually like feeling defeat, but in a selfish way. Like ah. Let me see some of this.
Someone wants us to do a face reveal, which we've done that a few times.
Yeah.
Go to Shark Tale and you'll see me.
Yeah, he's in the Shark Tale video, and I think if you look carefully in the ITV commercials, I'm in those.
Yeah, you're in the ITV remakes.
I know it's the remakes, but I forgot what remake was as a word.
I missed those, dude. That was so much fun to do. Boycotting Disney was years ago. I'm boycotting the Olympics, though, because they're the genocide games.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling through some of these. Oh, so, I think now is as good a time as any to where I should share the Gary and his demons dream.
Yeah.
So
fucking say it to these guys.
For those of you who loved the reviewing my dreams video, here's another one. So I haven't seen Gary and his demons since we made the video, which was how long? 2 years ago? So I don't know why I dreamt about it, but I did. So what happened was I was Gary from Gary and his Demons, and Hanley and I, the sidekick guy, were going to some mission or something, and I ended up in a mall where I had to babysit a bunch of kids that were watching The Emperor's New Groove, and I'm like, this is stupid, blah, 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 I'm Gary. Hey, this is another episode of the show. Blah. And then there's like a scene in the movie, this obviously wasn't in the real movie, but Yzma, I think she was turning Llama Cusco into the scorpion monster, and then it came to life, and then I, as Gary, did the sword make me better thing, and for some reason the sword turned into like a giant hand, like a master hand, and it defeated the scorpion, and then I got in my car like, all right, cool, now I can actually go do my job, my real job. But for some reason, at this point in the dream, my pants just disappeared, and I was just wearing underwear. And then I got pulled over because of it. And then I, as Gary, got arrested. And then I screamed, I should have worn pants, even though I was. So I don't understand where that comes from. A lot of strange plot turns. Didn't really care for it. Whoops. What else we got here? I'm kind of looking at some of our older stuff to see if anything here is kind of popular. See if we could go back to that. Oh. Is it weird to say I keep forgetting that Good Sports Gang exists?
No, I think it's actually very reasonable.
These old character quests, back when that was a mini-series.
Yeah, it was just one-off, and it was really popular, so you decided, let's do another one. And now it's just the mainstay.
Which is good, but Versus the Network is always just going to be a series. It can't be a mainstay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lazy Town's almost at 10,000. Oh, and I just saw Happy Hour. That's a shame that series didn't work out so much. Not Happy Hour itself, just the Fox 2006 season. No one watched it, you know? I thought they were interesting, especially because the next one, Till Death, was going to be the most interesting one of all.
Oh, yeah.
But the only ones that did well were The Winner, which did okay, and Happy Hour, which did really well. Vanished and Wedding Album, I think, are at double digits still. I'm actually looking at the schedule here because I don't even remember what we have coming up. I filmed a lot of these so long ago, I don't even remember what we're doing anymore. Here we got Go Hate, Milton Berle, Super Evil. And we got our 8,000 subscriber special. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where it went. Didn't see it on the schedule. Yeah, for those who don't know, Shrek 4 ended up winning because the movie stinks. It's not underrated. It's just awful.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just like, I have like a detail I want to show you. And actually, I think it'll be really funny.
It's part of the script right now. It's just starting a little slow. I'm just kind of waiting until we get to the fun stuff.
What fun stuff? There's never any fun.
Well, that's how you feel. I'm just going to walk out the door right now.
No, don't leave. I don't have anything else to do.
Got any PG tips?
No.
Dang.
All right, here's something funny. Okay. So here we go. Like when Armin's like, I think like, it's no more work. And I have like a fit, like just Chad, like just Armin just like in front of the mansion with the beggar. Why did Chad's get all the girls? I stuck all the Stacys, man. Yeah. Like I just thought that was funny. He has like the gold and like blonde long hair. Like just like a stark contrast with like his greasy black, like just like kind of like raven hair. Just kind of just like a little splotch of black ink. It just is.
I like it.
Wait, no, I should still give him the mole on his Chad face.
It reminds me of the solid gold house from The Simpsons.
Yes.
All I need is my millions of dollars, my rocket car, my solid gold house, and I don't need anything else.
We need to have. Wait, no, that's perfect. We should have like the rocket car.
I think that might be kind of plagiarism, though.
Oh no, it's like an homage. Like,
as long as it doesn't look too similar.
Yeah. Well, obviously, or at least something kind of like it. Or maybe it's just a sports car, just like with like giant wheels or something, like a monster truck. And hints at another project, by the way.
Yeah. I need to look at the format here.
Wait, no, that's actually perfect.
What?
No, since like I think in the order we're thinking about, it was Parisia and Jackie, then Armin, and then I wanted to do that monster truck thing after Armin. So if I have like as fantasy sequence Armin's sports car with giant wheels as like a monster truck, that can like allude to that next project.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just remember that awful Nickelodeon movie, Monster Trucks. Have people done that yet?
I don't think so.
Let me look.
Let me see. Just wait. He's like, oh right, you remember Monster Trucks? It was a terrible movie from Nickelodeon Films.
It's wow. You actually have to pay money for it.
Yep. Well, I think it's on Hulu, but
When year did it come out again?
I don't know, 2016, 2015.
I know it was one of the biggest bombs of the year.
Maybe it was 2017 because I know it was a January film.
And those are never good. That's when the Weinsteins used to dominate.
Yep.
Wow, they actually made toys for it. No, I don't think people really done it yet. But now that we're going to say it, we're going to jinx it. Because it seems like every time we're about to make one, like a movie thing, someone does it.
Yeah.
Like 1 hour photo. That hurt.
Yeah, that one was painful. But to be fair, that one was like a while ago. It just kind of flew under the radar in our perspective.
You really think we have to can it? Like, is it that similar?
Oh, probably.
And we did record everything, so it kind of feels like a shame to waste it. Someone else already did like a Dave the Barbarian one, but of course I just had to look at it and go, haha, child's play.
Yeah. Because it was like, wait, you remember Dave the Barbarian? It was a great show on Disney Channel. It didn't last too long.
Yeah, thanks to Disney Channel. Actually, I got one tape that has a Dave promo on it.
Yeah.
So I actually saw the original where it's like Dave the Barbarian weekends at 5:30, 4:30 or whatever, and like you can tell they dubbed over the voice to change the time. Like, oh yep, this is after the infamous time slot change that killed the show. And it kind of reminded me of the Warner Brothers ball cap thing where you can really obviously tell that they changed the voice to make it say like a new Warner Brothers catalog. However, it says this is a terrible Bugs Bunny.
That was horrible.
But
it's even worse than mine.
I could do a better Taz. Roar.
I have to really get in the vibe and prep to do Taz.
Well, it seems like a lot of people here don't really understand the genders of trees. And I really want to, that's the most political I'll get on this stream.
Imagine like a debate with like Taz in like Office or something. It's like, okay, Mr. Tasmanian Devil, what is your stance on this issue?
Oh, dude, have you seen the first presidential debate? It happened. They both were just nuts. Ha! Dated reference.
Let's see what they said. Hold on.
And how much new has come in?
Thank you, Cars. I got no stance on Little Bill either, so.
And the Q&As will be coming out instead of streams at some point soon. I'm doing some traveling on Wednesday, so I think you would probably go first.
Yeah.
Then I think, I won't be in Snowflake at that time, so I'll be able to do it the stream week after.
Yeah, so basically the Q&A is just going to be like on stream, right?
I'm thinking that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
But of course, pre-established questions.
Yeah. Most of them are like for both of us, and most of them are towards you. I don't really have much individual questions.
Yeah, yours might be shorter then.
Yeah.
I'm going to take away your breakaway one of these days.
Come again?
I'll take away your breakaway. Yeah, I do think that the Feebles thing might be good. I would have made it. It's been a while since we did something like that. Not a I would have made it. Something on a cult classic movie that a lot of people seem to like.
And I don't.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people do. But it's only fair that you'll get to do one like that for you. You know what we haven't done in a long time? Moral oral.
That was like that was like 60 years ago.
I was actually watching the Organs Wake video last night.
Really?
Yeah, just for fun. Like, yeah, let's go revisit that. Yeah, everything I say in there, I still stand by it. What was going on with that thing? It could have been so good, but it wasn't.
All right, here's like I forgot. Like, it's like, do I look like that kind of money? No. He just kicks him.
Just a like good old punt.
Yes. Ooh, this is good. This will be a good panel. Transition.
Oh, my grandma just texted me. Man, she only messages me through like Facebook Messenger, and it's the first time I've gone on Facebook in so long. Man, I think I'm gonna take this off here. It's starting to hurt my back. Carpet, save me! Oh, my spinium. Oh, it hurts. And this does not count as this week's stream, by the way. Well, I guess technically it does. It's just Wednesday we got Week of Hate. And then Saturday we got Week of Hate. Why did you pick that thing, dude? It hurts.
Well, I don't know. We couldn't really think of anything else, and you said, "Oh, this sucks." Hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, because I know how much you really, really don't like that thing, and I know how much you hate all those like bland, try-hardy adult cartoons. So
I hate those.
that's why I picked it.
Should we say what it is?
Well, it's like 2 days as well.
So, why don't you tell them about what you picked for me then?
Tripping the Rift is a science fiction animated adult sex comedy that aired on Sci-Fi many years ago, and it was like in the wake of this weird subgenre of computer animated adult shows, like Farther the Pride, Game Over came out around that time. They only lasted one season, but Tripping the Rift lasted way more longer than any of those I ever had. 40 episodes in a film were made.
And I had to watch half of it.
You couldn't finish it, could you?
It's not that I tried to finish it. It's that I tried to stop and couldn't stop because I had to find at least one episode that was tolerable. I didn't find it. It's not as bad as Drawn Together Season 3, but it's significantly more boring. And at least for you, I got my revenge because I think what I picked for you is worse.
Yeah, but joke's on you. There's an inspirational monologue at the end. So it did have a good outcome, unlike Tripping the Rift did. And if you're wondering, you explain it this time.
Oh, I can tell him?
You can tell him.
Billy's going to review movie 43.
And it's not like all the other reviews on like you see on YouTube about, oh, this movie's so gross, oh, it's so horrible. Because yeah, it's horrible, but at the same time, like the production of it really explains why it ended up the way it did, and why all the actors have kind of just distanced themselves from it and never talked about it, and how it kind of exposes a lot of the mainline problems that a lot of comedy movies face, mainly with how like a lot of them tend to get a lot of negative or mixed reception. But the problem with movie 43 is that it doesn't really have. Actually, I'll save for the video. I don't want to go on a tangent.
Real quick, I'm going to send you some of the recent editions so you can add it to your version so I don't have to keep sending you files. I think it'll be up to you to like format it and everything, but this is just all the recent changes.
Okay.
So yeah, who do you guys think has it worse? Me with Tipping the Rift or him with Movie 43? I'm actually not voting for myself on this one. Because Movie 43 may have hurt, but like it's way more reaction inducing than Tipping the Rift, which is, oh, isn't that cute? They think they're provocative. Adorable. That's all it is.
And it has a clown.
The clown's the only good part of the show. And the fact that, I'm not going to say what this is, but my Grossman voice dipped into the clowns a few times.
Oh my god.
It just makes it so strange. I can't believe Maurice LaMarche was on that show. He was like the only recognizable person on that show.
Damn.
And I'm surprised. Well, actually, I was gonna say I'm surprised it didn't hurt his career, but no one watched it. So
you can't really say it did anything.
But how did it not? How did it not get canceled after one season if no one watched it? That's my thing.
I guess because Sci-Fi really wanted an animated show to stick around, so they just kind of had that. You know, they're desperate for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's why they have a TZGZ.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when we discovered TZGZ, we went nuts. And not in a cool way. We were mad. We were hopping mad.
But hey, you know what? If it weren't for that discovery, we wouldn't be here right now coming up with this little graphic novel that we're doing. It's like a whole movement we have in our little like idea box. And we hope that it actually gets somewhere.
Yeah, for the longest time, because we kind of wanted to do business with them, sort of, we were holding off from doing TZGZ reviews. But then we decided, screw it, they're not worth it. We made Gary and His Demons anyways.
Yeah, that Gary and Demons and Hellden is going to be...
Oh, gosh.
You put it on the schedule.
No, yeah, I did. And I kind of regret it. I mean, I really want to do it. But Hellden is worse than Drawn Together Season 3 objectively. Like, as quality, it's worse than it. I don't hate it as much because it didn't destroy one of my favorite shows. But just the fact that people who are obviously fans of MST3K just thought that, oh, anyone can do this. I can do this. And then they made that. Makes me lose faith in humanity a little bit. And the fact that it got a second season.
Desperate.
Let's see if anything new has come from Hellden yet. Hey, it finally has a Wikipedia page. All of season 1 was aired in one day. Oh yes, it's canceled! It's canceled!
Yahoo!
Oh, yay! It only lasted 12 episodes across 2 seasons. Oh, this makes me happy. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay, here's another page done. This is just him making all his weapons of mass destruction, as I call it. Got the assault, then you got the bottles, and then you got like him using the gun, like and then boom, there you go.
I like it. So for those of you who don't know what Hellden is, it's this sci-fi show, and I do mean sci-fi. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's basically like if MST3K was made by a bunch of college dropouts who got high and then thought anything was funny.
Basically. Oh, dude.
I forget, did you actually end up seeing like a full episode of Hellden?
A few. Oh my god, it was not fun. Well, I saw a lot of the TZGZ actually that night.
And Gary and His Demons was like the only one with any semblance of quality. It wasn't good, but it had a couple good episodes. Just the rest was a disaster. But yeah, so Hellden will get a review one day. I don't know when, and especially because I don't want to promise a specific time because we change sometimes. All I will say though is Hellden does have a good theme song. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Hellden, Hellden.
Apocalypse came, it blew it away.
Go back to Taz.
Well, oh, I guess my computer was frozen or something.
Oh.
So apparently the most popular versus the network we have is Dan versus, surprisingly, not Nickelodeon. I still love that gag we did in Nicktoons versus the network. The who wants to watch Chalk Zone at 3 a.m? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
He said like I remember in his bed sheets he already has that DVD copy on standby.
Yeah, and as soon as I saw the report that Chalk Zone aired at like 5, 3 a.m, those times I'm like, we have to do this joke. Yeah. It's served to us on a silver platter. If we let it go, we're gonna be idiots. We're already idiots. We don't want it to be worse. Tom Sawyer.
Oh, that was a good one.
The movie has some good parts.
Well, I meant the video.
No, I mean it. Like the movie just needed a little bit more work and not needed to be made by MGM. Other than that, I think it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I heard that they were going to release it in theaters, but then backed out. I want to see if that's true.
I think it was. I don't know why some of it is like pretty good quality.
You know they're going to release Elf Bowling in theaters?
Oh my god. That piece of shit?
Yep. It was going to be a thing.
I know they were going to make like a sequel as well to Elf Bowling. It was like The Great Pumpkin Heist or something.
Because that would have worked. Oh, this is actually pretty interesting.
What?
In 1998, MGM Animation made a deal with Stone Canyon Investments to fund 3 animated films over the course of 4 years, starting with Tom Sawyer. And as we know, MGM Animation shut down after this, so that never came to fruition. They were responsible for making Babes in Toyland, All Dogs Christmas Carol, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, and Secret of NIMH 2. The film was not given a theatrical... Yep, it was originally meant to be in theaters.
Okay.
But it got rejected for some reason. Betty White admitted to enjoying playing a character who was both barrel-chested and an animal character, explaining, "I'm closer to animals than I am to anything else, and also liked playing a barrel-chested woman." When asked how she got cast in a film mostly starring country stars, she answered, I have no idea where I came into the act." So they just brought her in. I miss Betty White.
She was almost going to reach 100.
I may as well say she's 100, though. You know, It was like a couple weeks, couple days even.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a good life milestone.
Yeah, I miss her.
To lighten the mood, here's one of the establishing shots, new ones for the border. Got the stands, you got the middle here where he's like pulling up, and you got the toll booth. I'm thinking of having another character just like peek out in the toll booth like once in a while, like just like one extra character.
I like that. Yeah.
Just kind of like just peeking out like idiots.
Yeah, I can't do that now because the northern border is totally closed now. All that awful stuff. Nonverbal Pie 81. Imagine paying for a ticket and the only movie playing was Elf Bowling. Oh, that's like a Twilight Zone nightmare right there. Oh. Yeah, it's like one of those Twilight Zone twists. Oh, I can't wait to watch, I don't know, Wall-E. Oh no, it's Elf Bowling. And then you run out into the hall and then all the Showtime screens say Elf Bowling. It's all Elf Bowling. No!
It's like a muffin and smelly, like, nightmare sequence kind of stuff right there. That'd be funny.
Oh boy. Woo! Yeah, Betty White was great. Oh, whoops. I thought I had the template copied and pasted. Turns out I had like the whole document copied and pasted. Whoops.
Oh,
Manny. Still going through some of these. I forgot we made some of them. I forgot we made Billy and Mandy. Let's see. Nirvana, the band, the show. Forgot about that one. Oh, but every episode of Jimmy Neutron still is going strong. I even forgot we made Ratatouille.
before it was popular.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, here's Robinson.
Robinson.
Very brief design, like work thing. I'm gonna tweak it, but that's just what I got for a stand-in. So
like
just like he's just a twig compared to Arvin. That's like kind of like further contrast.
Well, you know what they say about Robinson, right?
Yeah.
The basin on the bike sucks on his orange, sucks on his orange. Everyone loves Robinson's juice.
I don't. I hate it.
Those ads were amazing. Don't deny it. Racing on the bike.
Oh, I'm gonna eat the joy about it. I can't do that squeak.
I can't either.
That sounds like I'm just going
the neckbeard ree.
Yes. I was legitimately thinking about the trace back of neckbeard culture with all those Disney Channel shows and original movies. And I legitimately thought, you know what? I should do that. I want to do that.
Oh, what was the Cinderella story?
What was Cinderella story? Well, it was Miramax, but it's still Disney. Like that had like a neckbeard character. It was like this kid, like just obsessed like with Hilary Duff's character. That was like a minor incident. He was a minor incidental character, but he still did stuff. He said "milady" and referred to as female.
The females. So I got a scene here with the bank. I think you might like it.
Yes. Gotta.
Where's Discord? There's Discord. There we go. Touched a little bit of some of the last stuff on there for some context. So out of all the videos on Media Mementos, I gotta know, which one do you wish people would watch more? Like one you feel didn't get enough attention?
I'm gonna say let me look at it myself, statistically.
Abichu?
Kind of, mostly just to respect the suffering I faced.
It did okay, I think. I mean, it's demonetized, but I think it did okay. Let me take a look. Habitu. Yeah, almost 2,000 views. And then Dan Versus was after with 16,000. Wow, dude, this is a really successful stretch here. Dan Versus 16,000, Billy and Mandy 9,000, Amy's Baking Company 16,000, Jimmy Timmy 7,000, Foxbox 8,000. And then Tom Sawyer came and screwed it all up.
Yeah. I really hope the cable guy one gets more traction given the Super Bowl commercial.
That was actually good. That was one of the very few ads on that very disappointing night. Come on, Bengals, I was gunning for you. You had to beat California.
I'm trying to look like the ones I do like Charlie, Hoodwinked, Ed and Eddie, like those ones did really well. So I can't really say I wish those ones got more traction because they did get traction. Modern Family, same thing, which I was surprised by.
Super Beasto did well, then kind of phased out, then did well again. Like for a while, people kind of stopped.
Yeah. Other ones that I feel like should have done better. I'm gonna look at the classics and then up to like the last age when you did it. I'd still stand by the original ITV should have it's getting better traction now, but
yeah,
for a while it was like why?
Yeah, because now I think it's kind of infamous as like that failure that was worked really hard on, and
yeah. So now people are like kind of seeing out of respect, like, oh no, yeah, we'll see it, yeah.
Fine.
I got that from I think it was like someone who comes out of the VTA thing when they thought I was like you, saying, "Are you gonna apologize?" I'm like, "What? No, I'm not Trevor." And then he literally just said fine and left.
Yeah, that person's long gone. No, I'm never gonna apologize to the Rabbits because I didn't do anything wrong. Like it or lump it.
Look through again. See the guy.
I think Heather should have done better.
That one definitely needed to do better. I think, like you said, like the problem was that the channel was still really young at that point.
Yep. Pac-Man World 3, or just Pac-Man in general, did pretty well until we got bigger and then it got buried.
Which kind of sucks, but oh well. I'm glad the Armin ones did okay, though. Those ones were like my favorite.
I agree.
Jim Neutron did well. Feebles did really well.
Surprisingly well, yeah.
Devil Inside, I kind of wish more people would see because of just my little insight. Because I was really fucking angry when I did my piece.
You know, man, like I'm looking at some of these. I don't really want to do it, but I kind of sometimes wish we could just remake them. Especially because now that we're bigger, I think more people would give them a chance. Yeah. And given the fact that, you know, the older editors, well, I mean, let's be real, you're kind of better than all of them. And given the fact that you're more than an editor, you're like part of the channel. You're a co-owner now.
Yeah, I also have insight on like what we talk about.
Every video on the channel has to get cleared through both of us. Because we said it a few times, but it's not just me and then my sidekick. It's a. I was gonna say oligarchy, but there's only two people.
Yeah.
So it's a duocracy.
We're hoping that more people can come on board when we get bigger, though.
Yeah.
I want at some point to have like a good crew.
But we don't want to get too big like Planet Dolan. You know, Planet Dolan's done now.
I think I wondered why they were dormant.
Yeah, according to Hellbent, they're officially done.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a shame. But you know what I mean? Like some of these, well, I know we're going to remake TWF for sure.
Yeah, that's the only one we're going to remake.
But some of these, like George and Alan, especially the ones with the bad mic, yeah. I want to kind of take another stab at those. Let's see. Yeah, again, keep forgetting about Good Sports Gang. There's Happy Hour.
Happy Hour is stupid.
So apparently with the Loud House video that we did during the first Christmas that Media Mementos was around, that led people to think that like I'm a fan of the show. I was for a very brief period of time, but then when I went off to college, I stopped watching. and then I've never really gone back except for that review. And I gotta be honest, dude, like I'm trying to watch some of these again. I don't get it.
Ouch.
Like some of these new ones, I don't get it. The old ones, I think. The funny thing is too with these old ones, it's I acknowledge they're good, but it's like Rugrats where I just kind of feel I don't think this is for me anymore.
Damn.
And again, I don't hate Rugrats, not at all. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And the funny thing is I don't get why I don't get it. I was watching a VHS tape in my ever expansive collection. I think we're at 850 now. Oh gosh, what one was it? Yeah, it was a nonstop Nicktoons weekend tape from New Jersey. And they had some Rugrats on there, specifically the one with Headley and Smedley. You remember that one?
Yeah.
It had that on there. And granted, that's a newer season one, and those ones aren't very good. But I was watching it going, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What did you think of that one? Is it just a weaker one, or is it just me?
What was that again?
Oh, the Headley and Smedley one?
I don't really have a big stance on that. I always forget about that one, honestly.
It just kind of goes nowhere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know more about Rugrats than I do. Was it a common thing for the later seasons to just have their stories go on way too long?
Not necessarily. I think it was just more based on like unnecessary like, you know, character banters and gross out gags. The gross out wasn't like super apparent. Like it really was just nothing going on. Not that the stories went on for too long, just nothing really happened.
Which is a shame, you know? Because the show had so much going for it. But I remember you saying at one point that like the worst part of the entire franchise was those Tales from the Crib, or I don't know about the entire franchise, but one of the worst.
That was definitely like a blunder because that was like the last thing of the mainline series before they just decided to fully commit with All Grown Up, because that was like the last dying thread keeping the whole thing alive. Then that got canceled, and then Nickelodeon just cut ties with Klasky Csupo altogether.
Do you think we should talk about Tales from the Crib someday, or have people already done that?
I don't know if people have done it. I just don't want to talk about that shit.
Well, if anyone should do it, it's you.
I know, but still.
I know for a while we were talking about doing that one where it's me trying to talk about why I don't like.
Yeah, like it was one of my complicated relationships. We wanted like a psychotherapy kind of thing.
Yeah, I want to do it. I just don't know how to voice my opinions. Because it's a good show, but I don't get it. Whereas Steven Universe, I just like, no, I legit just don't get this. I don't like it.
Yeah. Steven Universe is very interesting for me. I also try to get into it, but I just never really, I don't know. I just never really saw the appeal.
No, me neither. I watched a good season's worth, and I didn't get it. It's just not for me. But you know, that Rugrats one got us some pretty heated people. There's, you know, those people that got mad at us are still mad at us because we didn't like the show. And then they also got mad because we responded to their comments by like basically saying your opinion doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, what business is it of yours?
Fucking ridiculous. I don't mean to sound like harsh or anything, but like if you're just gonna go in and like have basically these like arguments that are literally just trying to justify like, oh, you don't like it, and like, oh, you are dead to me because you don't like what I like. Like that's like, it's very entitled.
It is very entitled.
It's just like I'd understand if like our points were crappy and just saying, well, your opinions are just terrible because you don't really have any merit to it. But if you're just saying it because like, oh, it's just because you don't like what I like, then but that's going to instigate like not only a strong reaction, but also just making it look foolish. Besides, there's like hundreds of people that watch the videos. You know, like you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of them. Just in general, I'm not just saying that like just because fans or anything. I don't like to think of that at all. That's horrible. But still, like you're like just any channel, any video, if you say like one dumb comment, they're just gonna look at you like, nah. You're either gonna get a lot of berated responses or just flat out nothing because they're just afraid to let you down.
Someone else, there was another one where there was like, yeah, he doesn't like All Grown Up, but he likes Loud House, and like, I made a video saying I stopped watching the show a long time ago. Again, it's not bad. I stopped. I don't think I'll ever really go back to it either. But a lot of people say the Loud House is actually about to get screwed over by Nick again.
Oh no!
Because they moved all the new episodes to Nicktoons, and you know what that means.
Uh-oh.
I don't get it though. Did it just stop making money or something?
I'm not sure. Like, because they made like 2 movies.
They made 2?
Well, there was one animated one for Netflix, and there was a live action Christmas movie, but I don't know how well those did. I'd assume that they didn't do well.
Yeah, both Loud House and the Big Houses are still going. That's what Casa Grande's is.
Okay.
It's still going on. Oh yeah, that's right. I heard that in the 5th season they all aged up. Okay, I'll give them props. That's cool.
Okay.
Like, they actually acknowledge time passing. I think that's cool.
Yeah, they haven't done that since As Told by Ginger.
But I'm still not going to go back to it. Sorry.
Yep.
And there will not be any more Loud House videos on the channel. 1 was enough. Just like how if we made a Friendship is Magic video, there'd be 1. And it'd be about how I, as a non-fan, feel about the show.
It's like Madoka Magica again.
Yeah. Only this time a lot more informed because I'll have seen... I'm going to probably say if we make that video, I'll seen at least 3 seasons worth.
Yeah.
Because I want to get a full retrospect of the show. In fact, I know a couple Brony fans. I'm going to ask them, okay, when I'm going to watch the first season to see if it's, starting off. What was the best season and what was the worst? I'm going to watch each of those. And I'm going to give my opinion as a non-fan. And I can promise you I'll stay a non-fan because I don't really have any interest in joining the Brony community.
Yeah.
No judgment, of course. It's just that the show's over and the fandom's kind of dying. If you're a Brony, go right ahead. Do it, just as long as you're not hurting anybody. I'm pretty sure you don't hurt anybody, though. The only Brony I know that hurts people is Chris Chan. But it's just that I don't really have any interest in joining the fandom, just for like my own reasons. I can't believe I'm going to be in jail for the next 5 or so months. It's not fair.
Serves it right.
It's just so unfair that it makes me so dang mad.
Oh God. It
scares me that my Chris Chan voice is kind of good. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn, but a lot of people say it sounds really accurate, so I'm going to trust them on this.
I remember the first time you did that, I was like completely fucking horrified in the best possible way.
Remember when you were at the apartment and we were playing Whacked and he just kept doing it, it kept breaking it out?
Yeah.
This was this ding dang old Christian and he's losing at Whacked. It doesn't happen.
I'm the winner of Dodgeball.
Yeah, you beat me in Dodgeball once, but then I got you back.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. But not at Dodgeball, but beating you at other stuff.
Yeah. Still, you're not going to fill that crippling void of depression to realize that you lost your label of Dodgeball champion.
Yeah, I've come to terms with it.
Sure you have.
Yeah, I kind of have.
No, that's denial.
Yeah, as long as I still get to make more Whacked videos. Oh, wait, we already ran out of stuff to do.
Yeah, we're pretty much done.
The only one I can think of is by making like a strategy video because no one's done that, but also there's no player base, so I don't really see the point.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. If it was like in 2002, you'd probably be able to do that, but
if it was in 2002, there wouldn't be YouTube.
I'm talking online forums. But
it's just so ding dang old Christian
He's watching Armin Greeley right now. He doesn't like there's no ponies in it.
So I'm thinking it's about time we wrap up the stream here. Yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the week of hate.
Yahoo!
All right, now I can get back to work.